Welcome back, everyone. It's another Friday here in the Queen City, Charlotte, here at the Varsity Esports and STEM League. I'm here, Michael Tumbleweed, and over here on my right, first time ever on this desk, first cast, first stream, anything on this desk. It's my boy Patrick P. Hollywood. How you doing today?
Hollywood, yes, I'm doing good, and I'm here for definitely my most first game ever of Rocket League casting, and I'm excited.
I know it sounds sarcastic, folks, but it's real. He's never been here to cast the stage, and we're here representing Sandhills today, and we got a slew of good matchups for you, but we're kind of jumping in the middle. So let's take a look at the bracket. Let's break down what we've seen thus far unfold here. We got Pine Forest. They got that 3-0 over Fairmount. We got Grays Creek 3-0 over Lee County, and we got Southern Lee, right? A little Southern Lee action there, taking 3-2 over EEE Smith, E3. And then we got Hoke County, unfortunately, falling 1-3 to Lumberton Senior. And then you got the semifinals. This is where we're jumping in, folks. We got Pine Forest, Grays Creek. But we're starting our game one today down there in that 2 and 3 seed, Lumberton Senior against Southern Lee. And I think it's going to be a banger series. Patrick, you got any predictions for the game?
Yeah, honestly, I think that it's gonna be a close one. But I think Lumberton's going to take this one 3-2.
3-2, yeah, absolutely. We're going to have some good matchups today. 3-2, that's a good prediction there. I think we're going to have a great time. And I'm seeing the players over there. They're getting ready to queue up. They're getting ready for the action.
No prediction from you?
Nah, I'm thinking it's going to be 3-0 for Southern Lee. Easy action. I don't think Lumberton stands a chance in this matchup. Southern Lee, just something about their name. Number three car, Dale Earnhardt, represent.
I'll hold you to that one. All right, let's get right into the action here. And so on the side of Lumberton Senior, we have Mr. LL, Sway, and Asvo.exe. And already, right off the rip, Sway just knocks one in. 6 seconds into the game, and Lumberton Senior's already up 1-0 before I can even introduce the players. On the South Leaf side, yes, we have Cholo. We have Illusions, and we got Yay Chris. Looking for an exciting game here as Cholo knocks it off of the side.
Yeah, we got over on the side of Lumberton Senior, we got our three players. We got Sway, we got Asvo.exe, that's dot execution. And then we got Gets, LL. I don't know how I said it. I'm just going to call him LL for this broadcast.
Yeah, I had that same line of thinking.
Well, great minds think alike. That's what they say. You predicted this series 3-2 for Lumberton Senior, so definitely looking like you're off to a good start here in your predictions. They get that goal 6 seconds in. If I was a bet man, I would never bet on a 6-second goal. A lot of good action here. So
I have a feeling this game's going to be close, though.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of back and forth action here. We do have Cholo, Illusion, and Yay Chris.
I might have been wrong.
Sway just going in, get that 2-0 score early on.
This could be a 3-0 from Lumberton Senior, actually, if South Lee can't get a little bit better on the defense and get their offense step up here. But we're only a minute in.
Yeah, 1 minute in.
South Lee's got plenty of time.
And this is a best-of-5, folks. So even if South Lee does drop this first game, which would absolutely ruin my prediction because I said 3-0. Okay. They got other chances to come back here and pull this series back. Hopefully get closer to that 3-2 stat line you're talking about. Now, if this does go into like an overtime situation, if maybe you're just tuning in for the first time, it's a great goal there by Illusion. Kind of cast a spell there. I think that was Sway in the goal. Sway just couldn't figure out where to go. He was lost. Maybe thought he was on his own side of the field. Maybe that's part of the illusion. It works out there. But if this does happen to tie up and, both of the
nice shot for the goal.
Both of the teams end up tied right when this time counts down. It will go into a golden goal scenario, Patrick.
What is a golden goal scenario, Keflin?
They just play until one team makes the goal. It could last, 30 seconds. It could last 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. There's no time limit as far as I know. I'd be interested in, there was a stat out there, and like, what's the longest overtime Rocket League has ever had?
That would definitely be an issue because I could foresee it definitely going to some high numbers if you got two teams that are evenly skilled. Chris knocking the ball back. Illusions, nice aerial, knocking it to the goal. Good D by LL. Cholo knocking it right back. Oh, the
nice
demo.
And if I'm South Lee, I'm looking for someone like
Sway
Illusion
knocking
to
it right.
step
Anybody
up.
there?
Illusion, nice defense there. One shot, one goal, one save. These guys everywhere on the field right now. Yay, Chris, rocking the skyline. Respect. R34 skyline, it looks like. Old school, classic soul. I can respect that. Cholo, he just goes in the goal and out, and Illusion gets another score snaked in there. Just didn't seem like anyone was really around on defense. And actually, I'm gonna re-speak. We got two on defense, Osvo, and I think that was Sway, both jumping at the goal, and that just looked like a breakdown of communication.
It's, you know, you can't both people going for the ball because that scenario right there can happen where both players miss the ball and there's nobody there to recover. And already Illusions with his third goal of the game might have been wrong here. You might have been correct. South Lee has already come back from a 2-0 deficit and took the lead 3-2 with 2:14 left in the game.
Or maybe you were correct, but you know, as part of the illusion and the fogginess, you said 3-2. That could have been just the stat line for this one game. Maybe you are truly the prophet.
Maybe I am. My predictions might be changing here as the game goes on.
Mine is definitely not changing. I've pulled for South Lee ever since I was a kid. South Lee has always been a great school to cheer for. Something about the Pirates. Putting the S on your chest like Superman, you know.
I had a W.
Oh, for your school, you're saying?
Yeah, for win, because that's what we did. We won.
I respect that. Sway, speaking of winning, a little bit of a self alley-oop action. He's just gonna take this ball, hit the ground, boom, took it off the backboard, kaboom, went right into the goal there. Sway stepping up, getting that 3-3, evening up this game.
I tell you what, that was a beautiful shot by Sway. I love the the bounce off and reconnect in. Cholo already getting a save right off the rip here for South Lee. 1:20 left, tied up the game here. Illusions does not connect with that aerial.
He's going to try to drive this ball down. It is 3-3, so if they can keep this score at least even for the next minute, right, we will go to that overtime in this game one. We've seen a lot of overtimes over on the CMS broadcast where I'm typically a part of. Me and Discounts. The past 3 Friday nights, been hanging out casting a little bit of Rocket League together. Will we get our first game of the day?
There we go.
Overtime with Sandhills. Illusion barely missed that ball. And Osvo looking to be the executor.
Anybody there to set it up? Nope.
Get out of my way,
Chris
said
yeah,
LL.
just plowed into the goal right there.
Yeah, getting bullied, knocked around.
Here you go, LL. Knocking it back out of Illusion's control. Cholo knocks it back. Lumberton needs to get the ball out of this corner here.
And I think Illusion, yeah, I'm just looking at that stat line down there, folks. Illusion, 3 goals, 3 shots. Really looking for Illusion to step up here and try to close this game out for South Lee.
Oh, they knock it back onto their side. 2 seconds left.
Oh, man, what a save there by Osvo EXE.
And Sway.
Illusion, he gets it on the ground. Okay, folks, so when the clock does tick down, right, the game will keep progressing until the ball touches the ground. So you can choose, right, if you want to try to keep progressing your play or if you just want to spike that ball on the ground. Illusion gets it on the ground, so they get a nice reset. They come to overtime here, and this will go until one team scores. So you got to think if you're South Lee, you're looking for Illusion to step up. Sway, he sits idle there. He's got 6 shots to his name. Maybe his card broke down. I don't think that's a thing in Rocket League, but wouldn't that be unfortunate?
That would definitely be unfortunate if there was some sort of disconnect or something within overtime. But oh, he's moving again. There he is. Off of the wall aerial here.
Taking it through the
Double dribbler.
air dribble.
Beautiful. LL with the shot. That's game one. Lumberton 4-3 over South Lee for the first match in this best of 5 series.
Absolutely, and my prediction looking good. I said Lumberton Senior 3-0 in this series versus South Lee, and I was exactly right. Definitely didn't change my T-shirt. I do that often on the broadcast. Caster privileges, right, to live the Homer Simpson mean, step into the bush and come out with a new T-shirt on. And we look at the stat line for that game. Beautiful little shot count there. 11 shots on the side of Lumberton, and then you only got 7 on the side of South Lee there. So oftentimes discounts, he's a lot better at Rocket League than I. He'll look at that shot count as like a big defining factor for why teams normally win, right? Because you're taking more shots, you have more opportunities to get goals, and that just kind of shows the pressure that you're keeping up on that defending team. So South Lee, they did have 5 saves, and they also had 4 demos. So Illusion getting his elbows dirty there. 3 goals, 3 shots, 3 saves, and 3 demos. Only thing he's missing is 3 assists, and he would have the Penta 3s.
That is true, but see, if we look here for Lumberton, Sway was just a dominating force that game with 7 shots and 3 goals. He was just constantly applying pressure to their side. That beautiful aerial dribble we seen right there towards the end of the game. Absolutely. If he just keeps making plays like that for his team, they might be able to take this 3-0.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, he even had time to get out and change the tire on his car, right? He broke down or something to sit still in that match. So
my man set his controller down.
Yep. So we will. We're just waiting on the players to queue in and get ready into this game too, and then we can jump right into it, folks. Should be a good bit of action. I'm getting comms that they're ready, so let's just jump right into the game. Game 2, Southern Lee versus Lumberton Senior.
Will we see another quick goal right off the rip? Last game we had a 6-second goal. I don't think they can top that.
Surely it's going to be at least like 30 seconds this time.
There we go, LL knocking it back. Good setup here. No follow through.
Oh, Osmo managed to sneak that in there. It looked like there was a defender, just a little bit too slow.
Yeah, I think Chris was over there.
Yeah.
Oh no, he must have went to get some boost or something.
Yeah. Not quite able to make it back in time.
15-second goal.
That's what you like to see if you're Lumberton, right? Getting that early lead against South Lee. South Lee just facing that kind of demoralizing overtime loss. Illusion is really looking for his teammates to step up here. Felt like he was doing it all last game. Trying to channel his inner LeBron James in some ways.
Oh, we got a demo. Cholo got demoed. This might be the chance for South Lee to get the ball in.
How do your cars move like that? That's crazy. It's like a spider with a rocket on it. Drops off the ceiling and lunge for the attack.
Sway there on the defense.
That is a terrifying thought. Now I dig into it. You put jetpacks on spiders, man. They'd be some dangerous creatures.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that, honestly.
Give them wings or something. Spiders with wings.
No. All right.
Osmo EXE. Lumberton, they have been doing a great job here of keeping pressure on the South Lee side, right? So the longer the ball stays over here on this blue side of the field, folks, they don't really have to worry about being scored on as much. So the pressure's up. They can take more shots. More shots typically leads to more goals in most cases. Unless you just have like a star-studded defensive player. But Illusion kind of feeling like he's being pulled in the wrong direction, right? Because he's the one that's been setting up shots, making scores for his team. But he's kind of stuck on that defensive role, and it doesn't feel like Cholo or Chris have really made that presence for themselves. Chris only has 8 points. Now he's got 30. Maybe
here we go. This might be his time right here.
Just driving it down there. But you get 2 points every time you touch the ball. So he had 8 points there for a little bit. So he had only touched the ball 4 times in 3 minutes of gameplay.
Cholo with a nice save there. Yeah, Illusions is definitely doing his part, and his teammates definitely they're getting warmed up. Chris right there knocking the ball away from the goal. It is a team game after all. Everybody must do their part. And And like in the last game, they didn't have as many shots as Lumberton Senior, but they had a lot of defense. They kept the game close, even though Lumberton shot almost double what they did.
Roll straight in there. Definitely scared of that. Chris,
there we go.
Illusion over the top, just a little too high. They're doing everything they can, get it out of the goal. Sway's like, stop it. Leave my goal alone. Ball's too good to go to that hole.
Oh, Cholo with a beautiful shot. All three players there to defend.
Yeah, what a teamwork. Maybe a little bit of an overcommit. You see two players go at the ball again there. Doesn't look like the comms are that clean. You know, I typically hear that you always want to be in like kind of a rotation type effort. So like if one person's shooting to go and hit the ball, you have someone else rotating to come around. And Sway kind of sets that story there. So you can see here, right, LL, he shoots the ball forward, and then he's going off to the side. When then Sway kind of does like a circle motion, right, to the left. He comes in, able to drive that ball home. And when you launch multiple people out, everyone's out of position. So you always want this constant kind of rotation going into play here. Really playing off each other. Illusion, I thought that was going to go in the corner there.
Oh, good block by Sway there. His teammates were there to follow up.
Driving it home. He's got to get some scoring going here.
Sway going up for the aerial.
Oh, this could be it.
He gets the rebound on it.
What? That's
Sway.
How do you even do that? Look at this. Just poetry in motion right there.
That is beautiful.
I mean, the game speaks for itself sometimes, right?
My man must do good in math class.
Yeah, the wise man once told me, sometimes you got to let the game breathe, and I can't think of a better time for the game to breathe than Sway. Just beautiful shot there, and goal 3-0. You got to think that's really the nail in the coffin for this game.
There's only a minute left. They're going to have to get a score here within, like, I feel the next 10 to 15 seconds if they want a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
Say that as Chris just gets demoed.
Yeah. Sway, he's looking to just keep sending it home, really demoralizing
Oh,
the team.
my goodness.
It's another, I feel like that was all him. Yep, no assist there. It's all Sway coming off the rooftop. Again, a spider with a jetpack or wings, whichever one you're more comfortable envisioning. Me, I don't like either of those visions, but Sway is one of those.
All right, we are down to the final moments of this game, and it's 4-0. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that South Lee can do here with 30 seconds remaining with a 4-0 deficit. And they definitely cannot now, as Sway once again with his fourth goal.
What else do you say? You know, LL did get the assist that time, so that's nice. Sway
This is a GG go next.
Yeah. I don't think they have any like ability to forfeit or anything here, but typically what we've seen in like some of the CMS teams in some of these like games that end up more one-sided is they'll just kind of drive around and keep the ball. They won't go to score because every time you score, it falls to the block up top. So no reason to like keep players in this unless there's like a grudge, between these teams or something. And if you're Lumberton, you just really want South Lee to suffer.
They're keeping it up right now. Like Illusions hit the ball right there.
Well, of course. I mean, Lumberton wants to keep it up, right? They're trying to turn off the heat a little bit for this Lumberton squad. But Sway, that guy's feeling hot right now. We had some good stat lines there. You pointed out in game one, 7 shots for Sway in game one. Another 7 in game 2 here. Setting up 5 goals for himself, and he's 4 of those with Osvo with that. I think it was the first goal of the game. And then South Lee, right? Only 2 shots compared to 8, so they didn't even get that many chances to score. But 3 saves on their side, so you can just tell, right? All the shots keep coming in. 8 shots, they managed to save 3 of them. The scoreline could have been even worse.
Yeah, maybe Illusions was feeling a little off that game because last game he did have that quad 3 across the board with his goals and shots and saves and demos. Unfortunately, this time he was a little bit more in the background. Yeah, Sway was just overtaking everybody. Yeah,
not even the top player on his team this time. Cholo actually stepping up there, 3 saves, 2 shots. As we get ready, right, I'm seeing 3 demos there for Sway and them, and it looks like we're going to get ready. The players, I can see they're warmed up. They're hoping to hop right into this game 3, but, maybe Southern Lee wants a little bit extra time to cool off, right, because that was a pretty rough loss. So looks like they are ready. Observers are telling us we're good to go in. So let's just hop right into that game, folks. See game 3 in this best of 5. Southern Lee, Lumberton Senior. Lumberton up 2-0. Patrick.
All right.
It's kind of almost there, right? You might not get the 2 part, but at least you got the 3.
Yeah, I may have been a little off on my prediction. South Lee, I thought we were going to make this a little bit closer. That first game was really close, and a repeat of last game almost. 2 seconds off. Asvo scores right out the rip. 13 seconds into the game. Lumberton already up 1-0.
Yeah, really fast. I think it was 15 seconds last time, right? Yeah. So Lumberton looking to really make a statement here.
There's Illusions.
That's the guy that's got to step up. I mean, it stinks to try to put it all into one player, right? Because it is a team game. But I mean, all of Lumberton's playing hot. So if you're gonna come out here and be the star of your team, if you're gonna be that kind of LeBron folk, like this is the time when you got to put the team on your back.
Yeah,
hop in, just defend that goal, put both of them in goal, one at a time, block these shots. I'm gonna drive it home.
Yeah, but Lumberton's playing so good right there. As we saw, Asvo goes in for the shot, and off to the side, Sway speeds up and just demos Chris in the goal, so he had no chance of defending, so that ball could just go straight in. That's the kind of teamwork that South Lee's going to have to get going if they want to have a chance of taking this to the next game.
Yeah, that's a great point, right? That's where demos are so valuable here in this game, is because you have a situation like you're trying to sit still in goal and you're trying to be really reactive. A proactive player can come and demo you out of there, and that just sets up a free shot, especially if your team's kind of expecting you to be in that area. So great call out there on the demos and the strategy employed there. Losing, everyone just throwing cars at it, missing shots.
Ball back on South Lee's side once again. Cholo, the aerial, tried to knock it away from the goal. Chris there with the follow-up to knock it back on the Lumberton side. But it doesn't stay there for long as Sway, with his aerial dribble right towards the goal, couldn't connect with it this time. Cholo was there to make sure, no, sir, not today. Uh-oh. Oh,
man.
That was almost dangerous for South Lee.
And the pressure is on right now. Sway just not letting that ball leave the half court. Finally able to get it over on that side, but just always answers back.
Yeah. Lumberton Senior is just not allowing South Lee any time to breathe. And where is the defender? LL straight to the goal. I don't know what happened there for South Lee.
You got Cholo. He just gets, I guess he just expected a different trajectory there. Hit the brakes a little soon.
Maybe he thought he was going to go to the left a little bit,
yeah.
And LL just hit him with the fake out and went straight down the gut.
Yep, 3-0 already. 2 minutes into this game, 3 minutes left. If you're a South Lee fan, it's looking a little dark. You're cheering for Illusion to maybe uncast the spell from your eyes. Maybe the scoreline's reversed.
Oh, there we go. But Sway already there to get that ball away from their side of the field. Instantly, as soon as South Lee starts to make a little bit of effort on the field, Lumberton's like, nah, sir, not today.
They say, Sway driving up the walls. He just can't outrun it, man. Chris is trying all he wants, but Sway, spider with rockets. Everywhere. He's all over the field. You can't get away from him. That really feels like the difference maker here. Sway just seems so comfortable in the air compared to every player on South Lee. They just don't have that guy to perform these aerial shots, these air dribbles, at least from what we've seen thus far.
Yeah, Illusion seems to be the closest one for Southern Lee that can attempt those type of shots. But as I say that, Cholo is proving me wrong as he knocks the ball on the Lumberton side. Is anybody there to follow up? Illusion's not quite in position, but they're still keeping it going here. LL trying to knock it away, and there we go.
Really heartbreaking, if you're the side of Southern League here, right? So you played this whole season and kind of all builds to this moment. And to have such a close first game and get in here into game 3, you're trailing so much. This could be the end of your season right here. The Sandhills division.
Illusion,
he gets back on the score. This is doable. We've seen some miracle comebacks, so I don't want to count them out. But this is what you need to keep your hopes alive. If you lose this game, if you're South Lead, your season's done. Only the top 2 here from this, the teams that we watch in the finals later. Those are the only teams that get to go to land to compete for that $25,000.
Yeah, and Tumble, like you said, this one is definitely plausible. With 1:10 left, they definitely have the time to score 2 goals, but they're going to have to stay aggressive here. They've been defensive most of this whole series. If they want to win this game and take this to a game 4, they're going to have to get aggressive.
Absolutely. We're going to need to get in there, get your elbows dirty. You're going to have to, it kind of sucks, right, because you need everyone out of goal. But Lumberton's not letting you get that option, right?
Yeah, Sway right here once again delivering the ball straight to their side, forcing them to come back to do some defense. And
that's the nail in the heart right there.
Yeah,
you got to believe.
That is unfortunate. As Sway scores another goal for Lumberton Senior. 37 seconds left. If South Lee can get a goal in right now, there's a scenario where it's possible. Very slim chance. Illusions. Unfortunately, the shot is blocked. Cholo here with the follow-up, knock it into position. If anybody's there to follow up, Chris couldn't quite connect with it. 13 seconds.
Stop, Sway. They've already lost.
Illusions, maybe one more for the
Illusions,
go-around.
yes.
Let's go.
That's how you go out swinging.
Never give up, never surrender. Even in defeat, got a style on it.
You may have lost this series, but at least you got the last laugh on the score. As Lumberton Senior takes that 3-0 to the series, and what a fantastic performance. Really, by all the players, but especially Sway. I mean, Sway really popping off for this team, and they're going to move forward into the bracket of this finals. If you really want to nitpick, right, spread the love a little bit, I guess. He's only got 4 shots this time compared to 7 the last 2 games.
Stepping it up this game.
And LL with 4 shots to his name, and only 2 again for the side of South Lee. Just that pressure keeping him on the back foot the whole time.
Yeah, and that was the story this whole series, was just Lumberton Senior constantly applying pressure and not allowing South Lee to do anything but play defense.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I wanted to give, really for South Lee at first, I just wanted to say, well, Illusion, you're the guy, like you were trying to carry the team forward, but really Cholo was the one that stepped up there and kept being, he was that top performer in game 2 and 3, so they just need to maybe go back to the drawing board, right? Come up with some plays, get a little bit better synergy going, practice those aerial combos a bit, and maybe come back next season, hopefully get some good results on your hand. But we'll take a look at the bracket real fast before we go to break. So just to see what we've seen there, 3-0 for that. And you can see the series and what we got coming up next. We're going to have Pine Forest going against Grays Creek on that other semis finals matchup. So now Lumberton, they're sitting in that grand final spot waiting to see who they're going to face off against. Number 1 seed, number 4 on paper. It looks like Pine Forest is going to be that team just from season performance. So we are going to take a quick break here for just a few moments. So we will be right back after this short break to jump into that next matchup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We just had a great series there. Lumberton taking it 3-0 over Southern Lee, and now we're getting ready to hop into that next semifinals match. We got Pine Forest versus Grays Creek, Patrick, and it looks like on paper, right, number 1 seed Pine Smith, number 4 seed Grays Creek in this division. So while we haven't casted anything, it looks like Pine Forest is the most dominant one here. What are your predictions as we think about this next game? What do you think's going to happen?
I like to always do safe bets, and Pine Forest is the number 1 seed, so obviously I got to go with them. No offense to Grays Creek, but it could be anybody's game.
Yep, and I like to keep things spicy, so I also think Pine's going to take this. But I'm going to put my official vote in on Grays Creek just because we love a good underdog story. And if Grays Creek could run the distance, they could do the upset here. What a grand finals that would be against Lumberton. And I don't think we're going to have to wait long to jump into the action. We got a best of 5 on our hands, folks. Players looks like they are loaded in, so I'm just waiting for the observer to get me loaded up in there for game 1 of this best of 5. Pine Forest, Grays Creek. We're going to have some action. Patrick, why don't you introduce our players?
Let's get into it, baby. On the side of Pine Forest, we have Ferry, we have TW, and we have TikTok.
Fellow TikToker, Feather, you're a TikToker.
I'm quite the TikToker myself. But that's not all, folks. On the side of Grays Creek, we have Slay, we have Real World, and we have Top.
I think Top. Yeah, that's how you say it.
My screen's a little small.
Well, good news in the digital age. You can make that screen as big as you want. Just put on a Vision Pro. We got those laying around.
Oh, we got lags. It's TikTok lags.
TikTok lags. I've never seen a TikTok lag, bro.
Well, maybe you must be on those up-to-date phones.
Oh, my God. It looks like Tower Spy.
Okay, they just let that one go right in.
Yeah, I don't think Grays Creek really expected that.
Real World's just kind of hanging out in the real world, not in the game.
He's just hanging out, you know, doing whatever people do these days. Maybe he's playing like.
Oh, we got an NRG car.
Calling his shot.
That's nice.
I'm an NRG player in the future. That is a very nice car. They're on TikTok, trying to make himself a highlight reel. Tower Spies is how I'm going to say that name.
You know, I can agree with that. Yeah, TWR, Tower.
Yeah. TikTok lags.
Okay.
I wonder if you busted out your phone right now and you searched up lags. LAGCZ if you find it.
That's a good question. We might have to find that one out.
Yeah, we imagine.
And they tied up 1-1.
Kind of the inception moment there. We're watching him. We're casting him live. You're watching him in a replay there on TikTok. Maybe get some good clips. Maybe get some insider info on what we can expect from this guy's play style and highlight reel. 1-1. We get into this game. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Game 1 of this best of 5. These teams do look pretty evenly matched. You know, from what I sometimes see.
Oh my goodness, games. Ferry with the score.
Oh, looks like you found it.
Pine Forest takes this one 2-1 at the moment with 3 minutes left.
2 million followers? That guy's crazy.
He is quite the popular man.
He does actually have a TikTok, folks, so definitely make sure you check out Lag. Show these players some love. All kinds of different avenues they can make to build their Rocket League careers, their future esports dreams.
I hit him with the follow.
Nice. So if you see AkiVab with that follow, just know that AkiVab was casting. He's checking you out during this live gameplay here.
All right, let's get back to the game here as TikTok takes the hit. Real World couldn't quite get connection there for any of the defense. Grays Creek needs to get this ball off their side. Slay. Oh my goodness, Tower Spies comes flying in from above to knock that ball right out of his hands.
Yeah, it seems like we got a lot more aerial confidence in these two teams compared to that last matchup we just had. these teams just flying through the air, soaring. So I would love to really see at this point, based on what I've seen, right, any of these teams go against.
Oh,
Sway
my
in the
goodness.
air as Ferry just barely gets out. It was like half the ball was in the goal. The whole ball does have to cross. You kind of see that spooky, like, black outline of the ball, right, of like the part that's inside the goal. You need to, like, you need a visual aid on telling how far in it is. Rocket League does help you that.
Boom! Spies gets demoed. 2 aerial players going for the ball. The Slay comes out on top there. Real world setup.
Oh my, what? Yo, TikTok. That's good. Clip it and shoot it.
No edit needed. That was a beautiful save. As Pine Forest gets the ball back, but Real World at it again. Nice hit. Going straight, but going a little high and to the left. But a beautiful try. TikTok doesn't quite connect with the ball there, which allows Real World to get the setup on the shot here. And that looks like it's going in.
2-2.
Wow.
We got to start calling him what he is. You know, his name's not TikTok. It's lags, bro.
Yes, you are correct.
But
Just typically I read from left to right, so unfortunately I see the TikTok part first.
I read from right to left.
Ah.
Am I doing it wrong?
I don't think so. I think that's how the mangas do it.
I think, isn't it like the...
Okay, we score already.
Wow. Pine Forest up 3-2. Grays Creek pressure just cranked up to 11. Right, you got a minute, 12 seconds. You're going to try to get that. I think it was, I've been watching Shogun. I finally finished the show up. And I guess it's, Japanese. They read
Great show.
I guess they read from top down. With like their, I don't actually know what their symbols are called. But, anytime they were riding flags, just getting in there with a 4-2, and Grays Creek definitely not going to appreciate that. As you looked like you were setting up for a potential overtime situation, but just 2 really quick back-to-back goals within 30 seconds of each other there.
And that like Ghost Spectre thing just hit the dab. Dabbing on Grays Creek.
I'm a master of the dab.
We got 1 minute left here. Grays Creek still definitely has an opportunity as long as they can apply some pressure. I don't want to see a repeat of South Lee here and Lumberton, where they were constantly on the back foot, South Lee was, and never had an opportunity. Lags almost got himself another one for the TikTok. Ferry. Oh, beautiful rebound shot. That's
all she wrote. There's no way.
3 points down with 42 seconds. It is looking grim for match number 1 for Grays Creek.
Yeah, I'm hearing it in my ears right now. If Grays Creek comes back and wins this, production is going to eat their own shoe. Confirmed.
I would like to see that, so Grays Creek, please. Alrighty.
Production's so hungry they said that they would actually eat their own shorts and their shoes. Just a little bit action. I thought that was going to go in. I was trying to look. I don't know if I'm old, my depth perception's not as good as it used to be, but I was like, that ball's in there.
Even if Grays Creek scored right now, it's a little too late for this match 1.
Yeah, only 8 seconds left. You would have to score, every 2 seconds. That's not going to happen. So game 1, looking like it's going to go to the number 1 seed, Pine Forest. So they just get that ball on the ground. Good win there by the Trojans. So we take a minute to check out that stat line, and we like to look at 10 shots on the side of Grays Creek. And what is that, 9 shots on the side of Pine Forest. So less shots, more goals. That's called efficiency.
That is definitely a lot different story from last game, to where the shots were definitely way higher on Lumberton sides. Both of these teams were taking adamant shots here. But unfortunately, Grays Creek, although they took a lot of shots, the accuracy just wasn't there. And the defense plays from Pine Forest, as we have 4 saves.
Yep, you miss every shot you don't take unless you're Grays Creek, and then you miss all the ones you do take too.
But Grays Creek had 4 saves as well.
Yeah, that's true. Even matchup, I think this game could go either way, honestly, between these two teams. I know that scoreline does say different, 5-2. And it looks like the players are getting ready to hop into game 2. Grays Creek says, hey, you may beat us in game 1, but we're not down and out, right? That's just one on the chin. We're going to run it back here. I don't think we did score predictions for these. I know we predicted teams, but maybe looking like we might get like that 3-1, 3-2 action that you predicted from the first series.
I would love to see that. Hopefully not another 3-0 because Grace Creek did have a wonderful performance there. They just need to get some of those shots in. As I say that, Pine Forest, 9 seconds into the game, Ferry. It might be a 3-0. Number 1 seed Pine Forest.
Is this the part where I change my thought again? I changed my shirt.
We have to be careful, though, because the caster's curse is real. So all this hype for Pine Forest.
Caster's curse ain't real, bro.
Okay.
Name one time the caster's curse was
3-0
real.
South Lee. I do recall that being a prediction from a caster last match. And it was 3-0 Lumberton Senior.
Yeah, that's what I predicted. 3-0 Lumberton Senior.
Yeah, after you Homer Simpsoned your way out the bush. There we go. Pine Forest already up 2-0 in this game.
These days.
Not even 30 seconds
already.
in.
That's kind of crazy. Grace Creek, that's got to be a little bit demoralizing, but you got to think they'll be able to rally back here. They did look good in the last game. So now Grace Creek, you get to test that kind of mental fortitude, right? That makes a lot of teams great. Lags just
beautiful.
Saying, hey, we're going to test you even harder. We're going to go up 3-0.
Look at this. I mean, he's just going down the field. Quick turn to the right. Nobody from Grace Creek is in a position for defense. I mean, just beautiful.
Crank the 90 on.
I do like cranking some 90s in Fortnite, but this is a different epic game we have here today. As Slay setting her up. Anybody there? Okay.
There we go. Back, real world. 1-3, and we're not even a minute into the game, Pat. This is the part where, like, really high-score games, they can make the games take even longer because the clock's always stopped for constant scores.
But this is what we wanted to see. There was a lot of shots from both teams last game, and this time we're having a little bit more connectivity as we're 3-1. Like you said, only 1 minute into the game. As Tops hits it, lags with the defense here, but the Grace Creek keeping it on their side.
Tower Spies trying to get downfield just to be ready to defend if needed. Lags, just missed that ball. A little bit of that characteristic that we've seen thus far in this series.
I think he was lagging. Lags with the hit again, but Slay with the defense. Followed up, but defense again by Slay, but no, does not matter as Tower Spies down the gullet.
You broke me there. it's such an obvious joke. You really got me there. 4-1 to this stat line. Tower Spies with a great goal there. New game to play, right? No longer I Spy. What is Tower Spy? Tower Spies with his little eye. The ball flying through the air, and he can't even lie.
I'm liking where you're heading with this one. I ain't going to be able to keep that going. But I tell you what is showing is Pine Forest, their dominance over this game right now.
2 minutes. Looks like we're about 2 minutes in. This little icon over time. Yep, where I was right. I can read. 2 minutes, 58 seconds left in this round here.
Any follow-up, though? No. Grace Creek had it there on their side of the field for a second with an almost beautiful setup, but nobody was there to follow up on it. Real world trying to get that hit from the ceiling. Doesn't happen as Ferry. Now, what's a 9-10 Ferry?
Stick a fork in them. They're done, bro. 5-1. Stop the beating. Grace Creek, you don't need to do this, Trojans.
It's not looking good here for Grace Creek. I don't want to count them out yet with still 2 minutes and 40 seconds just left in the game. As Ferry hits the ball, Tops with the stop. Tower Spy towering over them with lags with the setup. Beautiful. Spies gets the score as he's hanging above the goal.
That's how you steal someone's homework right there. Look at that TikTok with the score. Tower said, no, no, no. I steal your homework.
I'm padding my stats today, baby.
Yeah. Well, I always like to do lore references, you know, and it looks like, I don't know what Grace Creek, like, mascot is, I'm going to assume that logo is a Bears claw. So I'm going to say the Bears. So Trojans versus Bears. Looks like
Bears.
Trojans are better. Okay.
I mean, if we had to put the Trojans, 100 Trojans versus 100 Bears.
100 Trojans all day. Bears can't even beat Silverback Gorillas.
Have you seen that movie, Cocaine Bear?
I don't even know what that movie is.
It's a crazy movie. Yeah, this bear, I can't talk about it. I just now realized the title is a little bit not there, but the bear goes on a rampage.
Okay.
So if you had 100 of those,
I'm going to assume that it's showing the negative side effects that a drug like cocaine can have, but on a bear, and so the bear goes crazy.
yes.
Yep. So moral of the story, folks: don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay.
Stay in school.
And stay in school. That's a good one too. Even if you get offered the $10 million Rocket League contract, stay in school. Your education is important. Believe me, you don't want to.
Actually, 10 million, I'm out. As top. Come on here, Slay.
Yeah.
They have GEDs. I'm just saying.
Oh my! I don't think that's what we're. Okay. Oh man, 6-1, and it's hard, right? This is where the challenge, of being a caster comes in, folks. Is the gameplay, unfortunately, in this time looking a little bit more one-sided than game one. Pine Forest really kind of just driving home this dominating factor right here, and what a great performance by Fairy, Spies, and Lags. They just feel like a really complete package for a team. And Grays Creek, even though they looked pretty close in that first game, like there were signs of life, I just haven't seen it in this game too.
Yeah, they're showing why they're the #1 seed right now in the Rocket League.
Got 10 seconds left in this game. This is all but over, folks. Pine Forest take game 2. No surprise, we saw that coming a few minutes ago. We look at the shot count here. We got 5 shots on the side of Grays Creek. Honestly, impressive given the score line there. And then the shot count over here on Pine Forest, we got 10 shots, so double the shots. Oh, I misread it. It's actually 6 shots. Nope, 7. Math. That's why you stay in school, even if you get a $10 million contract, folks, so you can add up numbers. 4 + 1 + 2 does, in fact, not equal 6. It equals 7.
If you say so.
And then the saves, we got 4 saves versus 3. And then demos, I mean, Fairy, very aggressive Fairy.
Yeah. He is just running them over out there.
That's probably like that, in Fairly Odd Parents, that really hunk one that Wanda always likes. That's probably that Fairy.
Yeah, the commando guy.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the commando guy. I'm talking like the really hunk. I think he's like an Italian one. He's like really tan.
Oh, I was thinking of that one.
Yeah, he's always like smooth talking Wanda. But let's, folks, you don't care about Fairly Odd Parents or any of our old cartoons that we used to watch growing up as a kid, like Dragon Ball Z. That age thing. We're ready to get into game 3 of this best of 5. Pine Forest versus
I'm excited.
Grays Creek. Will this be the 3-0 stomp, Patrick? Or will Grays Creek find life?
That's going to be a tough one to say. They're definitely going to have to get control of the ball here because it has just been Pine Forest's ball this entire series. Yeah, the first game they took a lot of shots. Second game, not so many. But already as we're starting it off here, Pine Forest instantly getting the ball on their side, constantly applying the pressure. They just can't seem to break it out, but there we go. As we got a demo, Pine Forest was down to 2 for a moment. This could have been their moment. Ball's on their side of the court. Grays Creek, oh, beautiful defense there. Slay was going for the goal with that shot.
I was going to let you keep dropping bars, man. You were hitting rhymes there. I don't even think you meant to.
Oh, no, I was just talking.
Getting ready for the concert later, maybe. Which, folks, if you're in the area, we are in Charlotte. There will be the Varsity Esports and STEM League. I think it's called Space Station is what they're calling the truck with the festival. We'll be at the Loving Life Music Festival. in Charlotte on this beautiful Friday. So definitely come by and check it out. Some of us will be there. We can come meet the casters who are doing our best to explain and break down this game for the folks at home.
There we go. Slay with the shot.
Grays Creek, first goal. They're in the lead. I don't think they've led any game in this series, so this is a little bit of life in them.
This is the type of confidence boost they need right here if they want to be able to take this to a game number 4 and possibly a game number 5. There we go. Off the rip. We got it. Perry comes in with the aerial, hitting the ball, putting it on the Grays Creek side once again. This is that type of pressure they're always applying. Nice demo there.
Top. Just trying to drive something home here. And if you're Grays Creek, you really need to like answer this game in dominance, right? You just got beat 7-1, 6-1, whatever it was.
That's asking for a lot.
Strong. So that's what you need, right? You need to humble this Pine Forest team a little bit. Let them know, get some respect in your name if you're Grays Creek.
My man got knocked upside down. Lags just not quite there for the defense. Grays Creek up 2-0.
Get a better connection, kid. You've been there sooner. You're lagging out. It's a little bit short there. Wow.
Wow. That was a beautiful shot. Wow, indeed. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left on the game here. Grays Creek up 2-0. Definitely different story than what we've seen in these past 2 games. As Real World setting it up through the middle.
Bears starting to wake up. Watch, they're not like bears. They're going to be something like a honey badger or something, you know. Some kind of animal.
That definitely would have been a different outcome for sure if it was honey badgers.
Top. Soaring through the sky there. I got these same cars on. What happened to my Skyline, bro, man? You know, we had a little bit of variety. Maybe get a bus.
All I know is that Grays Creek is doing exactly what we wanted them to do this game. They are keeping the pressure on Pine Forest, and maybe Pine Forest don't know how to handle it. Here we go, another possible shot. Demo, 2 demos on the side of Pine Forest here. So now Grays Creek down to 1 man for a moment.
Yeah, you got to be able to somehow capitalize on that. Respawns are really quick in this game, folks. So demos are not. They will reset your boost when you get taken out. We have got confirmation that Grays Creek are in fact bears. So Gray's Anatomy, that's humans. Grays Creek is bears, in case you ever wanted to show difference. So.
Yeah, well, one's a color and one's a name as a shot goes into the goal. 3-0 with 1:27 left here for Grays Creek. This is an incredible different story here. I don't think this one's going 3-0, baby. We're looking at 2-1 here.
I think it's going 3-0. That's the score line on top.
You are correct, Tumble. As we get into this once again with 1:27 left. Pine Forest needs to get the ball in the goal quickly.
Well, at least they have the padding, right, of that 2-game wins. That's the benefit of going up early in a best-of-5, and nobody wants to be the team that got reverse swept. So Pine Forest, you got to think they're angry at this point. The coach, these teams do have coaches, folks. They're going to be talking a little bit after this game. Be like, what are you doing? Why are you letting these Bears have a chance? You're Trojans. It's your time. You can take over this league. Rally the troops. Drive forward. Get on your horses. Get in your horses.
Yeah, rally them indeed.
The Trojan horse.
But it looks like they took this match getting inside the horse because there is only 30 seconds remaining and they need to score 3 goals. 10 seconds each, and I don't foresee it happening. I think this is going to a game number 4.
Now, they're just hiding out in the horse now. See, what they're doing is they're infiltrating the Grays Creek Bears where it hurts the most. They're giving you confidence. They're giving you hope. They're giving you dreams and aspirations before they jump into this game 4 after losing 3-0. And then they jump out and they're going to put the nail right in the heart of the Bears.
And they were about to score again.
That was going to be a goal, yeah. It's going to be 4-0. So I'm going to just call it 4-0. I don't care, Rocket League. You robbed them. You should have kept it there a little bit longer. 3-0. It's actually 4-0.
Oh, my
goodness. 6
goodness.
shots on the side of Grays Creek, and one of those would have been an extra goal. So to get 4 goals and 6 shots, really impressive. Demos, it looks like Pine Forest just drove around the map blowing people up this whole time. Only 1 shot to their name. So
yeah, that's the big money maker there. Only 1 shot.
You only get 1 shot twice. That's what Apple TV has told me one time in a show. So awesome stat line there, and I think we're all excited to see Game 4 in this series. Pine Forest, Grays Creek, Patrick, putting you on the spot. Do you see a reverse sweep coming, or is Pine Forest going to establish dominance once more?
There's no reverse sweep here, baby.
No reverse sweep. He's got his vote in. Pine Forest taking it Game 4. That's Patrick's prediction as we load right in to Game 4, this best of 5. He said it. He just didn't say it, but he said it. Read between the lines, folks. That's what this guy said.
And we're starting off the game here. Game number 4 as Tower Spies gets a nice aerial straight to Grays Creek's goal, but blocked. I could not see the player's name.
Just real world. Dribbling on top. A little special delivery there. Tower Spies. Top. My eyes are getting old. The game looks a lot smaller than it used to. I'm trying to squint and read these names. Slay. Just looking to slay out here. They need to get some demos on the side. I think we had a score a little sooner in the last game here.
Oh, didn't lag on that defense that time as he was able to get the block.
And maybe got off the wireless connection, actually plugged in the Ethernet cable.
Tower Spies now. No score yet. We passed the minute mark. Almost a shot there for Pine Forest, but it's deflected away as Real World taking the ball down. Nice little shot to the left. Set up for Tops. Great D.
Defense. 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 There's got to be some cheer. That's what esports is missing, man. We cheerleaders. Wait, are we cheerleaders, kind of? Is that what casters are? Bringing excitement, bringing joy to the game.
No, we're more like the radio broadcasters for the people listening to the sports over the radio.
Oh, that would be cool. Tune into esports broadcast network. It's almost like they should make like a video game network for that thing, like a video game talk show.
I think that's a really good idea. Someone should definitely get on top of that as Lag sends the ball straight to the goal from half court.
I think we saw this clip on his TikTok, right? Make sure you go like and subscribe to his TikTok to see this play replay. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't actually watch anything.
It's a like and a follow, guys. This isn't YouTube. There is no subscribe button.
Listen, I'm old. I'm like 47 years old, okay? I don't have
I'm hip. I'm with the times.
Slay jumps into the goal. Not sure what he's doing. Flailing around.
Real World. Getting it in there as Pine Forest once again having the ball straight on their send in, but they're sending it flying. Ferry, though, there for the defense to stop that one from going in.
I wonder what 910 means.
Yeah, I'm curious about that, too. It's one number away from being 911.
That's true. It's a couple numbers away from being 90210.
Or even... Oh, and just as I was about to say it, Pine Forest 2-0 here in game number 4.
Could be an area code. That just came to me too. That's pretty viable thing.
It could definitely be. I'm not too familiar with area codes in the state of North Carolina, but I
think
do
it's
know
down
mine.
in the Fort Bragg area, if I'm not mistaken.
That's where the base is.
There is a base there. Yep.
That there is a base there as we miss it here. 2-1 Pine Forest.
In the lead against the Grace Creek Bears. 2 minutes remain on this clock. And this is anyone's game at this time, folks. Game 4, Patrick said we will not see a game 5. He said Pine Forest is closing out right here. Will his prediction come true?
Ferry here with the save. That was going in the goal.
And Real World and Tom make a liar out of you.
I guess we'll have to find out as Slay possibly setting up the ball for his teammates here. Oh my goodness, he was robbed.
He was robbed. That was like a GTA 5 robbery heist action right there.
I'm just saying the Rocket League is, sorry, I had a little bit of a malfunction over here. But, yeah, Pine Forest is paying the ball.
So you're saying the ball is undercover at this moment?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Bold accusation. There's only 1 minute and 5 seconds remain, possibly in this series. Pine Forest need one more game to close out everything. You see it there, folks. 1 minute remains, and Tom ties it up 2-2. I maybe spoke too soon.
I might be wrong.
Patrick, you're never wrong.
Even though I didn't make that prediction.
He did say that there would be no reverse sweep.
58 seconds left. 2-2. Could we see another possible overtime game here?
I hope so. It's a lot of good back and forth here with these teams. Interesting, though, Grace Creek showing excellent mental strength. Takes a lot to be able to, crawl back from such a demoralizing game, too, where they crush you like 7-1. And then that score line.
Oh! Grace Creek is not letting their foot off of the gas. Constantly applying pressure here. They want to take this to a game 5.
Absolutely. They do not want their season to end here. Remember, folks, only the top 2 go the distance. We know that Lumberton, I believe it's the team name, Lumberton's waiting in the finals. Pine Forest and Grace Creek hoping to join them. So not only do they play here and win their division, but also be able to go and compete at that LAN event coming up. $25,000 on the line. You got to think we're going to overtime here.
When here we are in overtime.
Tom is kicking himself that he wasn't just a little bit faster, a little bit more on, because he could have closed the game out. There was no one in the goal.
I'm telling you, the ball is working for Pine as that thing was coming down faster than normal.
I think you're right. I think I'm seeing the evidence unfold here. I'm looking behind the curtain.
We'll know here and see who gets his first goal. As Pine Forest is putting on the aggression right now. Couldn't quite connect to that shot into the goal. Top getting that thing out of here.
I mean, what a confidence booster if you're Grace Creek. This is your game. You had it. I mean, just a split second away from victory. Now you want to drive this home. You want to go to that game 5.
The goal is wide open right now.
And Tom just hits it to the left. If he had a better angle, if he just hit it in the goal, he's good. Real World can't deliver. There's just choking on all account for Grace Creek and TikTok lags. Rocket League, this is where your highlights are made. You got to drive this home. You got to get this overtime victory. No one makes a clip of them losing, folks.
Yeah, if you're Pine Forest, you might be feeling a little bit better right now because, never mind, as I say that, they almost get another score. Grace Creek is all over this ball right now.
He was trying to hit it. He was trying to put it in reverse, but his name's not Terry. It's Real World. He's trying to drive it down the field. Top
barely connects with that one as Lags gets that aerial shot. Real World here in time, though, to get it and knock it away. As Ferry with the bounce back out the corner. Doesn't quite go in the direction that favors their team as Real World with the shot to the right.
Oh, my goodness. Grace Creek gets what was always theirs. They get that final score in this game 4. We're going to game 5, Patrick.
Unbelievable. What a great performance by Grace Creek right there.
Grace Creek bring it back to number 4 seed. Looking good, man, against this number 1. Really showing that anyone here could have been the top seed. Now I'm looking at this score line. I'm trying to calculate the math in my head right now. We got 9 shots on the side of Grace Creek, and over there we got 8 shots on the side of Pine Forest. Super close game. And really, it went to overtime, but if there was just a fraction of a second difference, we would have never seen overtime. Grays Creek would have won this game anyway. So huge shout out to Grays Creek. Excellent performance. I'm looking at 4 saves for real world. That's a lot of saves, man. So definitely did his part to keep them in the game here. And I'm just so excited for Game 5. Patrick, you said there would not be a reverse sweep.
That is correct.
Are you locking it in, or are you flip-flopping?
This man don't flip.
This man does not flip, not front, not back, not in prediction either. As we get ready to load into this Game 5, let's see what we can get. Grays Creek could have potentially the biggest upset that we've seen if they can bring down these Pine Forest Trojans here in Game 5. Just waiting on the observer to send us in.
All they need to do is keep up that aggression the same way they did in that last game, and they definitely could get the reverse sweep. Pine Forest got to step it up.
Yep, they have the formula, and it just speaks volumes to them, too. I mean, we've been on some really bad losing ends of games, Patrick, right, where we've gotten beat down 7-1, 8-1, and across a variety of titles, and it never feels good to be sitting there gaming with the boys and just getting crushed. It's really hard to come back. So hats off to Grays Creek for that.
Yeah, and now Pine Forest is the ones feeling that because they were on top of the world sitting up there 2-0, and now they've let this slip to a 2-2 situation, so you know they got to be in their fields right now. But as I say that, they score with a beautiful setup by Tower Spies, followed up by Ferry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost like that ball froze in time up there. Perhaps they paid it a little bit more money this game, Patrick, to try to get some help here.
Yeah, they were not happy with the amount of money they were receiving, so they had to step it up a little bit. But as we said, Slay with a beautiful shot to goal. Tower Spies with an amazing block. Grays Creek still continuing the pressure as another beautiful aerial hit a little high there, and Pine Forest is able to recover the ball and send it down the gullet.
I'm just trying to sit back. I just want to enjoy this as a fan at this point. I got to remember, I got work to do, Patrick. I got to tell people what's going on. Real world, hoping to bring this back. Lags just...
Whoa, that was a little crazy.
Okay, so Lags actually went
his team.
Neo in the Matrix, right? So watch this dodge here. He almost intercepted the ball. And
his own team was shooting.
He hits the Neo fallback. I could try it, but I'd fall on the floor. Dodges that ball just to allow it to go in there, and that maybe baited Grays Creek, right? Maybe they thought that there was going to be a little bit of an interception miscommunication.
Well, Pine Forest is trying to definitely secure this victory already as they go up 2-0, but we've seen this before where they take an early lead and then Grays Creek just turns it around in the later half. And as I say that, Slay scores a goal.
Yep. Grays Creek, free your mind. Don't take the red pill, take the blue pill. Follow the white rabbit. Let's see how deep the rabbit hole goes. You can define the matrix yourself. You can beat Neo.
That is definitely possible. But they're still down 1 point, plenty of time left. And the ball is on Pine Forest's side. Grays Creek got to keep it up here. Tower Spies going for that aerial, and so was Tops, but neither one of them can connect. And that sends the ball right on over the Pine Forest's side as Ferry with a beautiful save knocks it to half court.
Just throwing cars. There's Lags
with an open shot, but
just a little bit off there. He's going to kick himself for that.
Oh, Ferry couldn't quite connect with the aerial down shot for the goal either. But here we go again, maybe. Lags with the ball, sending it up the left side air, setting it up maybe for a teammate, or he bounces off the ground.
Yeah, the shots are just a little bit off in accuracy here for these teams. You know, like, if, let's just say Pine Forest ended up losing this game and you're reviewing this, Lags is definitely going to kick himself wide open goal, and he shoots it off a little bit to the right. Just feels like a weird misplay from him as Tower Spies clutching up a little bit, taking them up 3-1 here in this game 5. 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go.
Yeah, and that was just a beautiful read on the ball. It bounces off of the wall, and none of the two players that were there got any connection, which just led the ball straight to Spies with a wide-open goal for an easy, beautiful shot. Here we go, Tower Spies again, shot at the goal. A little up and to the right on that one, but it's, ooh, okay, Top's got it out to send it out, but Lag sending it right back into the corner. Little high, falling down right in front of the goal. Anybody there?
I thought I saw a blue name go in the goal and almost miss the ball.
Yeah, I think he went a little bit maybe too soon. But if you're Grays Creek, you're getting nervous here because Pine Forest is just they've taken like 4 shots at the goal right here in like 15 seconds. They got to get it away from their goal right now. And that they have done, as now they're the ones applying pressure. Oh my goodness, Top almost scores a shot there, but a beautiful defensive play as Real World takes another one. Defense is there for Pine Forest. Another shot. Okay, now they're applying it on. Triple shot there for Grays Creek. Unfortunately, none of them can make it in the goal.
Minute 25 left to go here in this matchup.
There we go. Lags gets demoed, which could be an opportunity for Grays Creek, but unfortunately the ball is sent back on their side as Ferry. Nice save by Real World there with the flying in from the side. They're going to need to get a score here. We're getting down to a minute, and they're down by 2, so they really need to get the ball into the goal. Here we go with Slay.
That is the secret to scoring in Rocket League. Just get the ball in the goal. Quick demo there.
But it doesn't matter.
I think Ferry got that in depth.
Yeah. He hit the ball. We call that a sacrifice, baby.
Wow.
And that might just be the game here. We got 54 seconds left. They need to score 3 goals.
What a heartbreaking way for Grays Creek to end their season. Able to crawl back, push this to game 5. I don't know what's worse.
Oh, I think that's
as a team player. I don't know if it's worse to, like, if you get 3-0'd or if you fought back and then you lose still in game 5. I don't know what you know, emotionally it would be harder.
It's a tough one because I think they all feel bad, right? If you get completely stomped or if you bring it back and almost win. I think I would rather take the almost come back and lose. At least because then you show that you stood a chance and you almost have what it took to beat the #1 seed in this county conference.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way of thinking about it. 5-1. I mean, it would take a miracle. 6-1. I hate to count any team out, but you would need to score, every 4 seconds basically to get this. So they would almost have to score off break every time. We did see a 6-second goal earlier in our first match of the day, and that's our fastest one. So we could get a new daily record here.
Against a team like Pine Forest, I definitely do not see that happening, unfortunately. So I do believe this is the end of the road for Grays Creek. But besides that, still, these players on Grays Creek did a wonderful job. Beautiful shots. They started off a little rocky, but in those previous 2 games, they showed that they definitely are contenders in this league. To not give up, and maybe next year or next season.
Yep. And another kind of replay of game 2, right? 6-1 to that score line here. Pine Forest take game 5 in this series. And hats off to Grays Creek. You put up a great fight. Looking at these stats, I'm looking at 12, 15 shots for Pine Forest. And on the other side, even good fight. They have 8 shots for Grays Creek, so definitely a good performance from both of these teams. No team should leave here and hold their head in shame, but unfortunately this is the last time we will see Grays Creek, as now we lock in what our finals looks like for this day, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that bracket now. Just reflect on the day as we set the stage for this grand final, and it's almost like it was destiny. #1 seed, #2 seed meeting here in the finals. Pine Forest against Lumberton Senior. And you can see there the quarterfinals, semifinals breakdown for everything we saw. But that's just us setting the stage. We're not jumping right into the action yet. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, right, just to cool off. A lot of good action here. And then we'll be right back after this short break to jump right into the finals. Pine Forest, Lumberton Senior. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, as we get ready to hop into this last match of the day. Grand Finals here in the Sandhills Division. Pine Forest, #1 seed, going against #2 seed Lumberton Senior, as I'm going to call them. And I think we're just going to be in for a banger series. Earlier we saw Lumberton on the back of Sway. Right, Sway really driving a lot of that team, 7 shots, 8 shots, whatever. So Sway's who I'm looking at on the side of Lumberton. But Pine Forest, man, it felt like everybody was popping off. Lags could pop off. Tower Spies or Ferry could pop off. Just a really cohesive unit, whereas it felt more like on the side of Lumberton they were really leaning in on Sway to carry those teams.
That is definitely true. Pine Forest definitely had more of a trifecta going for him, but I wouldn't count Lumberton out just because Sway was overperforming in that last game. I think that ASVO and LL are definitely going to perform just as well as their counterparts on Pine Forest, and I think it's going to be Lumberton taking this 3-1.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to drive it home with Pine Forest. If you're #1, you're #1 for a reason, Patrick, and that's because you are the champions here. Both these teams, fortunately, did qualify to compete in the LAN events coming up in the future, so everyone getting their shot at the $25,000 prize. And I'm getting notes from the observers, I got the ears in, that we're ready to lock into game 1 here. Let's just jump right into it, Patrick. See some action unfold. I've predicted Pine Forest. You've predicted Lumberton. Let's see what actually happens here. As we get that early break pressure on the Lumberton early.
All right. Here we go. TikTok lags. At it again. Slimmering the ball home to their side of the goal. And the LL gets it to the right. A beautiful demo on the ASVO right here. Potentially set them up for a score. Doesn't quite fall through, though. It's Ferry trying to knock it up for a setup, but ASVO knocks that out of here. Sway in control of the ball right now. Oh, Ferry with a nice save, but Sway with the follow-up.
Beautiful. Opening up the skate here, Sway. We did call him out early. He's got to be the star. He's stepping up now. Gets that in between Tower Spies and Ferry. Lags, just not quite in the goal yet.
Yeah, ASVO with the beautiful little hit there, just to get the defenders a little confused if he was going to go for the shot or not, which allowed for Sway to just come right in and knock that one into the goal. As we say that, oh, never mind, LL knocks that out. That was looking like a potential score for Pine Forest. Once again, Ferry going in, but Sway's there for the save. Set up again as Lags gets some shot, couldn't quite connect. Ferry's there, knocks it off of the top. No double tap for him.
Miles Bogues is lurking. He's slithering on the walls, looking for his opportunity to strike. Try to build this advantageous lead they have got early.
Asvo not quite getting up in the air in time. As Lags dribbling the ball forward, but Sway there to stop him from carrying it farther, but Tower spotted the aerial, knocking it farther. LL, not today, almost sends that one straight to the goal from their side of the field. Sway's there for the defense. Another beautiful save from him. Ready to set up for the aerial. Kind of gets knocked out of the way by Ferry.
Letting the game unfold.
Uh-oh. All right, LL was there to stop that one from going in.
Pine Forest trying to rally back here. They are coming off that last match. So they kind of got dialed in the Grace Creek play style. Got to readjust here for Lumberton as Lags answers back. 1-1 on the score line. Another one for the highlight reel.
He sets himself up here.
Really, I think Sway set him up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, Sway probably could have just let that one to go to LL for the save there, and he probably would have been able to knock it a little bit farther away, but Sway just came in from the top and just kind of shot that bad boy straight up and down. Just allowed for an easy follow-up.
Looking to see what happens here. Spies keeping the pressure up. I got a little nervous there. I saw the goalie on the side of Lumberton, but it didn't look like he was moving.
Waiting for that opportunity to
That'd have been a
strike.
horrible time for your controller to die or something.
What a save indeed. That's Sway now taking the ball forward as Lags knocks it out of his hand. Beautiful off-the-wall boost there onto the ground. Keeping the momentum as Sway is there for the follow-up. Lumberton up 2-1 right now with 1:47 left in this game. Once again, as we saw in the Lumberton South League game, Sway right now with both of the goals for Lumberton. Really being aggressive. Nice demo there by Tower Spies, and that just sets it up for him.
I wasn't sure that he was going to be able to make this happen, but the ball falls perfect. It's that accuracy. I feel like I've tried that shot a time or two, and I'm a little bit too fast, and I just bounced it off that top wall. So.
Yeah, and if he wasn't there to hit it, Sway was coming in from the left-hand side to knock it out of there. 2-2 game, 1:25 left. Sway going up onto the wall. Can he? No, they knock it away from him. LL here. Clear as day. Sway jumps up, knocks it to the goal, but Ferry's there for some defense. Anybody else from Lumberton here able to set this up? We get a bounce off from Avo straight in front of the goal. A little too fast. Nobody was able to react to that one.
Driving this ball downfield here. 2-2 in the score line. Pine Forest and Lumberton, no stranger to overtime. Could go either way here. Lags going to try to set up a play, get the ball out of their side of the field, but keeping that pressure up for Lumberton. Barry.
This is looking dangerous for Lumberton. Need to get some pressure. Sway not able to make connection with the ball there as they knock it back on the Lumberton side. LL gets hit, not able to knock the ball away either. A lot of connections going on right now. Sway
on the Lags. 10 seconds left.
Nice shot for the goal.
Oh, good save.
Sway was there. He re-hits it. A little to the left, but the follow-up not there either.
Missed, uncharacteristic. And that shot was all his to take. And if I'm Sway, I get the ball on the ground. I don't know why he's keeping it in the air. Go to overtime, get the reset. Get a reset here. Golden goal, folks. Game 1 in this best of 5. Something about game 1 and overtime. They seem to go hand in hand these days.
Lumberton's been here before. And as I say that, oh my goodness, Pine Forest almost nails the ball in 13 seconds in, but beautiful saves as Lumberton now driving the ball down to the left to try to set it up. Unfortunately, unable to connect with that one. As Lag setting up a beautiful shot here, actually. He just scores. That's game.
Yep, that's game. And nothing fancy about it either. Right? Just drives right up the field, just tap, tap, tap it in. LL really feels like his goal to miss there. So,
someone was coming in there.
LL sad boy.
They just couldn't connect.
Yep. Yeah, what an interesting first game. If that speaks to what this series could be, we could be here for a long time, right? I'm looking at the shot count, 15 shots for Pine Forest. That's insane compared to 5. 3 times the shots, only 1 more goal, though. So maybe that speaks to Lumberton's strength there. They were able to capitalize on their opportunities a little bit better as they've got 10 saves on their side, Patrick. Kind of insane.
So now they're basically just being like the Southern Lee from their previous match, where they had a ton of shots, and South Lee had all the defense, and now it's the other way around. So Sway and LL and Asvo are definitely going to have to be more aggressive and take more shots. I mean, yeah, they Pine Forest did take a lot of shots and only scored a couple of points, but the fact is that they constantly had the ball on their side, constant aggression, and they were able to get that final point in overtime.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. That's the story. So why stick around, right? Who wants to see game 2? I want to see game 2. Do you want to see game 2?
I want to see game 2.
Well, let's see game 2 then. Observers are ready. Players are ready. We're ready. Folks at home are ready. Game 2 in this best of 5. Pine Forest versus Lumberton.
All right, my prediction is still alive today. Lumberton started off strong in the last match, getting a good score going on early on. And, oh, we got a demo here. LL gets blown up in the pit. I see.
30 seconds in, no score. I think we started the game with a score a little bit faster last time. We've seen Lumberton. I think Lumberton was one of the ones who scored in what, wasn't it like 6 seconds earlier?
Yeah, they scored 6 seconds into the game.
So, no stranger to early pressure.
Beautiful aerial shot.
Oh, man.
Lags there.
I was so focused on the ball, I didn't see Lags on the field. I really thought that was the goal. That might be the goal. Could go either way. Towers buys. I keep seeing shots. I'm just waiting for the clutch at any moment.
This is what Lumberton needed, was to keep the aggression going. Ferry with the beautiful tap.
Tap, tap, tap it in.
As Spies just sends it downfield, and he's there to just follow it up. Sway just couldn't get it.
You know, one of the things I kind of like about Sway is Sway's really got that, I don't know the right way to word it, but kind of like, not like an overly flashy style, right? So like we'll see a lot of defenders, they're like zip zooming around the map and all that. Sway, I commonly feel like I see him defend, he just like drives and parks and jumps.
Yeah, and for me personally, those are always my worst saves when I play Rocket League, because I feel like my reaction is always either too fast or too slow.
Yeah.
And the ball just whoop goes right over my head, just like it did in Sway's case. As a shot from Ferry is denied. Sway here for the follow-up, but Lags off the wall.
Yeah, great save there.
And a shot towards the goal. Doesn't quite connect.
That's, oh man, Ferry, that's almost the goal there. That was a good demo from Lags to try to set up that opportunity.
Yeah, unfortunately couldn't connect on Pine Forest's side. Lumberton's feeling good about that one.
Pine Forest just trying to get that ball centered up so that way they can score, but Sway did a great job. Sway and team did a great job defending and getting this pressure back on the side of Pine Forest. It's just the game's on a razor's edge. Pine Forest, they want that kind of padding, right? Go up 2-0. They dropped the ball a little bit last series against Grays Creek. Lumberton, number 2 seed, you got to think if they give the same advantages to Lumberton, they'll be able to capitalize more, drive this home better. The Pine Forest hoping to close this out.
Sway was trying to give Lags the juke right there, but he was having none of it. Lags now taking control of the ball, hitting it down the middle field where LL's there. Knock it off of its course. Sway with the aerial. Coming in off the wall, trying to set this one up for his teammates. Can't quite connect, and Spies is able to get it out of there.
Minute 45 on the clock, Patrick, for game 2. Will Pine Forest go up 2-0 against Lumberton, or can Sway answer back? You got any last-second predictions here?
You know, it's still anybody's game here. It's only 1-0, so Lumberton's not out of this yet. My 3-1 prediction still stands as Sway scores a goal.
Might get another overtime. I mean, this game's been constant back and forth. Sway drives that in there.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, you know, Pine Forest, they've missed a lot of good opportunities to score. So when I look at them in the grand scheme, right, even though they are the number 1 seed, I feel like, you know, I'm seeing Lags have a lot of openings. Tower Spies have a lot of openings. No one's in goal, and your shot goes wide. So definitely need to clean that up regardless of the outcome here if you are Pine Forest before you go on the land. But the Tower Spies said, shut up, Caster. We got this. We know what we're doing. Beautiful shot.
Yeah. Asvo just couldn't quite get up high enough to get the defense there. And now we got a little over a minute left, and Lumberton's got to get on this if we do want to see another overtime. And Pine Forest almost scores off the rip right there.
Pine Forest maybe trying to take that kind of scoring record away from Lumberton. Fastest score we've seen today. 6 seconds. We'll try to keep track of that best we can across these different games and leagues. What's going to be our fastest score? Sway getting that out of there. That was dangerously close. If a Pine Forest player had been a little closer, they could have drove that in over the top of Sway probably.
Yeah, and here's the issue now. We're coming down to 30 seconds, and the ball this entire time has been on Lumberton's side.
Yeah,
and that's
Lumberton
all
needs
Pine
to
Forest
score.
got to do. Oh! Whoa, that was a little close. They have plenty of people there to defend it, but this is the type of aggression Lumberton needs. Sway setting up a shot here. Where's the follow-up? Spies was there to make connection.
5 seconds remain now. 2, 1. Lumberton's got to keep this in the air.
And
can't quite get to it. Pine Forest take game 2 in this best-of-5 series. Not really in dominating fashion, though, so this could the series still can go either way, folks, but definitely something that we like to see unfolding here before our eyes. Looking at that shot count, 7-8. Lumberton. Again, we saw this. There was a series we saw this earlier. I think it was Pine Forest against Grays Creek. Less shots, more goals. Right, Pine Forest able to secure those games. 4 saves on the side, 7 demos. That looks like a defining stat here. 7 demos on the side of Pine Forest to 0 on Lumberton.
Yeah, triple donuts on Lumberton's sides for the demos. And those are definitely vital. Whenever you're on their side of the field, if you can get a demo, you're essentially taking it to a 3v2 for a couple seconds, and that can get you a score. And they obviously are not doing that right now.
Yep, absolutely. And we've seen Pine Forest fall from this position before. Went up 2-0 against Grays Creek. Lumberton, pressure's on you now. You got to keep performing. Can you bring it back? We're going to hop right into game 3 and find out. Are we going the distance? Or will this be a clean sweep on the side of Pine Forest? Lumberton, can you answer back? Grays Creek brought Pine Forest to their knees. But can you deal the final blow to the number 1 seed? 9 910 Ferry. Looks like they're all just bumping around out there on the field. Nice demo. LL off the wall. The ball looks really small up there.
Oh. Sorry for the yawn there. Sway almost being able to connect with that goal.
You don't have to call out those yawns sometimes, man. You can just let it ride. You know?
I'm just trying not to create a chain of yawns across the world right now.
Well, it's already been set in motion because you said the word yawn. Any moment now, we could all start yawning. Then we'll take a break. We'll get back to lunch. We'll get re-energized. Come back, cast some more Rocket League. This is just one division going on today, folks. So, Sandhills. This is our finals, Pine Forest Lumberton Senior. But definitely check out the other live streams here on the Varsity Esports and STEM League YouTube channel. There's probably other games going on live right now. You got the CMS League, you got Foothills, you got Wake, you got all kinds of action here on this Friday for Rocket League. Go show some love to the other divisions, maybe, right? If you're Pine Forest Lumberton Senior, like staff or leadership, right? Go look around, scout out some of these other divisions that you're going to see in these LAN events coming up as Lumberton take that first score of the game. LL, off to a great start.
Yeah, very good to see LL getting a score here. I feel like he's been a little bit dormant this series. Kind of just been getting a couple little saves here and there, which has been beneficial to Lumberton, but not really making any moves. For Lumberton, it's still, as what you said before on the desk, is it's been the Sway show for them. And I don't know if it's because the other players are just not feeling it right now, or, okay.
You don't need
it
to feel
is the
it when
Sway
you got Sway.
show indeed.
Almost a score a minute right now. And I don't know why we saw the same thing out of Pine Forest in the last series, right? Where Grays Creek came back to that game 3 and just kind of answered in dominating fashion after going up 2-0. Yeah. Maybe Pine Forest gets a little, cocky, right? Letting off the gas.
They get a little ahead of themselves when they get these little 2-0 victories, and maybe they do let off the gas a little bit, and that allows for the other team to gain momentum. That's one thing you don't want to give Lumberton is momentum. If Sway gets in there and he's feeling it, he is feeling it. And right now, we have the spectator on him, bounce off the wall. Unfortunately, no teammates there to set it, to take that goal. Take that ball into the goal.
Yeah, and it's hard in Rocket League, man. You go down just a few points in this 2-0 thing, this 2-0 type situation, it's really hard to crawl back. Looking at lags, looking at tower spies, step up here, get a score. Beautiful save there by LL. Sway is just trying to get the ball out of his side, but he does go down, but he does shoot it over right to the corner. Tower spies, answers back.
Oh, Asvo not quite in the right position there, but nobody from Pine Forest was able to follow up on that shot, though.
Pine Forest is going to have to get something going soon.
Oh,
that was a nice kind of backswing. I don't know what you call that, but it's like drove past the ball, knocked it backwards. Sway over the top is another score, just barely off the side.
Yeah, he needed a teammate there to be able to come swooping in to give that ball a little bit more speed because it was traveling very slowly. Easy defense there from Pine Forest.
LL, 1 goal, 1 shot, 1 assist, 2 saves. That guy is a rock star here, trying to keep his team alive in this finals Sandhills division. Nice demo there. I think that was an accident. Just had the speed and momentum, and LL got in Tower Spy's way. A minute, 20 seconds left. Every second that you can keep Pine Forest from scoring, you're feeling good if you're Lumberton.
LL with another save. My man's on the saves this game.
He is. Sway, trying to put the dagger in the heart, but Tower Spies. He just barely off the side.
Follow-up from Ferry, no. Lags, though, with the corner stick. It goes in.
Just bounces over him.
Yeah, both defenders not able to get anything going there.
Absolutely beautiful play there from Pine Forest, breathing life into this squad. 2-1. You got a minute. In CMS, we've seen 3 goals in like 14 seconds before, so I know anything's possible in Rocket League. But Lumberton, you just need to be all hands on defense. You just want to stay alive. Go for a score opportunity if it presents itself. You don't need to be flashy here. Just trying to keep your finals series hopes alive. No one wants to be the team that got 3-0'd. Grays Creek fought back, took it to game 5. Lumberton, can you do the same as Tower Spies with a score?
That was beautiful. Again, the shots coming off from the corners. Pine Forest is just so good at hitting those shots from the right-hand side of the court. A little frontal left connection with their cars to send it at a diagonal line, and the defenders do not know what to do in that situation.
20 seconds left. I think we're going to overtime.
Oh, Sway almost potentially could have got a shot there, but Lag was on it fast with that defense.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Sway, good
Sway's
save.
there.
Sway's everywhere right now, man. Sway is really trying to step up. Get this team over the finish line here for overtime. Keep game hopes alive. We are out of time. If the ball hits the ground, we'll go to golden goal. Here we are in
Overtime, baby.
You got to keep playing at the high level that you are, Lumberton.
Oh, my goodness. Lags with it. Oh,
that was so close.
Sway.
I thought that was over.
Sway with the beautiful save there. Pine Forest keeping up the pressure here.
Lumberton is fighting as hard as they can. Sway off to the races. He slows down a bit. That's a good way to juke. Jukes out one player. They do get the ball out of his wheels, out of his hands, whatever you say here.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
The right hand corner shot
I didn't even
again.
expect a score there.
That has been their bread and butter this whole game. All 3 of their points came from that right-hand corner.
Yep.
Boom, diagonal straight to the line.
Absolutely
3-0.
beautiful shutdown here by Pine Forest. Almost right, like let loose their grip on this series like they did with the Grays Creek Bears. Looking at that shot count, I'm looking at 8 shots on the side of Pine Forest, and I'm looking at 5 on the side of Lumberton. And while this series does look 3-2, right, game 2 was pretty one-sided. I think that was one that was like 6-1 or something like that. Lumberton able to fight back, able to keep their hopes alive. But Pine Forest will be your Sandhills VESL playoffs champions. And let's take one more look at the bracket before we wrap up for this evening, folks. Just to kind of recap everything that's done. Give these teams a little bit of a shout out, if you will, right? Just for showing up. Quarterfinals, Pine Forest, we know that story. They just won, taking down Fairmount. Lee County falls to Grays Creek. Southern Lee and Lee Smith battle it out, or E.E. Smith, sorry, battle it out 3-2. Lumberton takes down Hoke County 3-1 in that series. And we watched the semifinals, folks. This is where we jumped in. We got a 3-2 Pine Forest Grays Creek and a 3-0 on the other side with Lumberton and Southern Lee. And then the finals we just watched. Pine Forest cemented 3-0 into that series. And what just a beautiful bit of action it was. Patrick, any other comments before we wrap up for the day?
No more comments from me except for, Lumberton may have lost the game, but they do get to go to the LAN, as you stated. Both teams get to participate in that. Pine Forest will have like the #1 seed, so the journey is not over for them. So they definitely can have time to go back, regroup, practice a little bit more, and go into this LAN swinging and ready to play some more Rocket League.
Yeah, beautifully said. And remember, folks, be sure to look around at the VESL channel here on YouTube. We got various live streams going. There may be another division still going, right? CMS, Foothills, Wait. Go check out some other Rocket League action. Go check out some replays of past games. Cheer on your loved ones and your fans. But for us here at Sandhills right now in this moment, that's going to be all for us. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you at those lands in the future. Peace.